Okay, this video is the unboxing of the Keychron V6 Max. This is a full-size wireless mechanical keyboard. It's customizable and it has a few things. Let's see, it says full-size layout, dual compatibility for OS, Mac OS and Win OS, and I bet you also for the iPad OS. Web configurator, meaning you can use the web to configure your keyboard. 1,000 Hz polling rate. Screw-in stabilizer. I don't know what that is, but okay. Light effects and sound absorbing foam, which is really nice. Okay, and this is the red one, I think. Yeah, red linear. Keychron K Pro silent switch. Okay, all right. Let's open this one up. Now I got one of these a few weeks ago, and it was unfortunately opened. Somebody opened it between Amazon and to my house, and it didn't have anything inside of it, or it was just an open box, but it was very disappointing. And fortunately, the company did give me a new one, and this time it was nicely sealed. And here it is. Okay, nice little box. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Okay, I've had opened another one before. This one's the V6. All right. Nice. Okay. Okay, we get a quick start. Says connect your 2.4 gigahertz receiver. So it has that available. The key layout, you can switch some of the keys. I think it should be a Mac OS layout, which is neat. And then it says right here, number 2, connect to Bluetooth. And then some other instructions that you can use cables and the keyboard and then switch the middle. That's to turn it off and on. We'll talk about that. And then function Q for the backlight, function tab to turn the backlight on and off. Okay. Warranty, there's some switches. Function W, adjust the backlight brightness. Function S to decrease the backlight brightness. Okay. The app, launcher.keychron.com. Some firmware that you can go to get that done. Usually there's always some type of firmware. I've had 4 of these now, and all of them needed some type of firmware. See, it tells you all the things that it should have. Fully assembled, it should have a keyboard. It should have a case, a PCB, PC plate, PET film, case foam, sounding and forming foam, 8 set stabilizers, keycaps, okay, switchers, I guess, 1 set of switchers, cables, Type C to Type C cable, Type A to Type C adapter, extension adapter for receiver, and I guess there's a receiver. Oh yes, Type A, Type C, tools, keycap and switch puller, screwdriver, hex key. There's a screwdriver in here. I didn't know that. And some quick start guide, what to press, the warranty again, and some of the key layouts, default layout, and so forth. Okay, that's great. And then you get, make sure switch pins are straight. Yes, you would hope so, right? Okay, nice. Aha, Here's the cable. I didn't get that last time. And it says Keychron. And you have an adapter. USB-C to USB-A. Nice. That's really nice. Then you got some keys. Oh, nice and blue. You got the escape key, the enter key, a Windows key, an Alt key, another Windows key, a lock key, an Alt key. These are nice, okay? Ooh, there it is. Your Allen wrench, some screws, and a screwdriver. Okay, you do get a screwdriver. Oh, look at that, the puller. That's nice too, okay. And something else. Another, some type of adapter. Female USB, female USB-A. Okay. Okay, here's what we want to see. All right, wow. This is a little bit big. Okay, let's put these items away. Get these out of the way here. It's always good to keep the box. I know, it's hard to keep more things in your house, your apartment, your small room. But if you ever want to sell it, having the box is sometimes a key selling point. Okay. All right. Let me put that away. Okay. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, sounds nice. Okay. And let me move these out. All right. So my previous unboxing was the Keychron V6 Max. And it's definitely different than this one. But this looks really nice, doesn't it? Okay, let's see what we got over here. We got the legs, right? And then there's two sets of legs, as you can barely see there. And then it has a 2.4 gigahertz cable Bluetooth switch. I know that's really hard to see there. And then you have Mac and then Windows. Then you have the USB-C connection on the side, not in the middle. Okay. And then you have your connections. These, there it is, see? USB-C connection. That's really nice, isn't it? Or USB-A. That's pretty neat that you have both there. Really nice and solid. There's some screws here, and those are used with the Allen wrench. Okay. Wow, and it's nicely set for a Windows machine. You got the brightness where you put all your folders or all your apps that are running, or this one is where all the apps, you can see all the apps, the keyboard lighting, I guess. These three are for audio. No, these three to play forward and pause, whatever, audio. And this is really neat. I like this dial for audio. And this key is pretty neat. You press this key and it's for cropping. Is to print screen, but to crop it. And oh, look at that. This one is so you can dictate. That's really neat. I'm not sure what this is. These are for like those, for the Xbox, no, for PlayStation, I guess. And then the number keypad, really nice. 0 on the thumb, right? A little marker here to tell you where to press the buttons. and we'll listen to the keys. This is like a light blue, a darker blue, and I like these accents, these reds, and the plus button. Okay, and I mentioned before this is more for Mac, right? So we have command and option and control and the shift button. The lock doesn't go down to get lock, and then the tab. Okay, now I'm going to take off my mic. I'm going to put it over here, and we're gonna see how it sounds, right? Oops. Let's see if this works. Oh, maybe just put it like that. Let's see if that works like that. Then again, no, because the vibration, there might be some vibration. Let me see. What can we do here? Can't think of anything at the moment. Okay, let's put it like that. Let's see what happens. Hopefully you can hear that. All right, let's see. Let's see. Very, very, very calm and definitely has this interesting feeling. Yeah. Very, very nice. Nice sound to it. Can you hear that? Let's put it over here. I don't know if that will make a difference in sound or not. You can hear my dog, maybe. Okay. What about the keypad here? Let's see. Let's, I don't know. Maybe like here, maybe? It's a very interesting sound. Okay, I like it. Although it is kind of big. To carry this in your backpack every day, I tried it with the V1 Max and it's cool. People even see you carry your own keyboard. Which is not the point. The point is that you have a nice experience in feeling the keyboard. But let's compare that. And I'm going to turn this one off. Let's compare that to the Keychron K3 Max, right? Let's see if you remember the sound. This is a way different. This is a low profile. You can see that the keys are not the full-size keys, right? Definitely will fit in your backpack. More clicky sound. You want to make some noise? This is it, and it's red also. These are red keys, but they just have a different sound. I don't know if you can change the foam or whatever it is that is underneath here. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. If you know, tell us. If you like the clicky sound and portable, this is it. What I like is sometimes I have some numbers that I want to type, and of course this doesn't have it. I do like that that it has the accent. These are different than these in terms of the keys. One thing I do like is that these keys are together, not like this one. These three are separated. Okay, and you can see there's a video on the K3, and you can watch that. And then I'm going to put this more closer to my mouth. You can see the comparison. You know, this is way more depth to it, which gives it a different type of characteristic in audio and acoustic. Okay. Definitely different sound. The angle is different too. Here, of course, I was lifting my hand here. But you can see that it covers these keys right here. It just has this piece here. This inverted T, right, is here, right? And you have these buttons here, and you can program these buttons. I would love to have the audio button maybe here. That's another thing too, that it would be nice if I can find one button. They would sell just one key, so I can like change that. That would be nice. But I think you have to buy the whole set. If you know where I can buy one key, the low profile one, please tell us. Okay, now let's look at an Apple. What is this one? The Apple keyboard, the black one that they have, right? Super thin profile, right? You can see that the K6 is definitely a little bit bigger and thicker, of course. And the sound is, of course, different. Let's see, let's put this here. I'm so used to this keyboard now. But it has no, I don't know, no soul to it. It does and it doesn't. Sure, when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is cool. But it has its place. And yes, you can probably type very quick with it, but it's just, you know, Apple's keyboards from the 80s and the 90s were just so cool. Here's one for my SE30. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That's from my SE30. And let's hear that. By the way, the markers are on D and K instead of F and J, which I don't like. But anyway, let's listen. Let's maybe get this a little closer here. Maybe that can help. Right? And then here, this one. More refined. Depth. Character. Very, very nice. Let me see. I do have another of these old style Apple keyboards. I don't think it sounds any different. Yeah, more clicky. I'm not even pressing the buttons. And you can hear like clacky. Here, you can barely hear that clacky. Here, a little. I'm not even pressing the buttons. Here, you can hear that, you know, kind of loose, right? That loose feel, that loose sound. Okay, let's put this one away. Let's look at this one more closely. One more time. Let's get to hear it again. I mean, it is really nice. It takes up a lot of room though, but I think if you have a table that has enough room, I think this would be more appropriate than this one. This one I do like. I've been liking a lot because I can take it with me to work. Because I'll have a screen and then I close the laptop and then I can just look at the screen and I can carry this with me. At first, it was a little bit hard to adjust myself. But, you know, like the back button a little bit. And of course the delete, you know, delete's over here right next to this guy. And the delete here is, you know, it's a little bit different. Maybe if the delete was here, maybe right here, right? Well, here's the backspace and delete's down. Backspace, maybe right here. Maybe I can program the key for delete to be here, right? And again, the microphone would be nice. That's over here. But you can hear that it's a little more clacky. It's pretty stiff too. Definitely don't want to bend that too much. This one, you know, it's stiffy. But it's bendable, sure. Much bigger. Again, much bigger for the backpack. Of course, it has the lights, right? I guess we can turn it on. You won't be able to see you can barely see the lights. You really can't tell. The lights are too bright in here. But it does have lights. And I'm sure there's another video that you can watch for the lights. This video is more about the unboxing experience, the sounds of the keyboard, what I've noticed so far about these keyboards. This, again, a little bit too big to take back and forth, but some people can carry it. It does weigh a lot more than the K3 Max. I'm liking the K3 Max more. But this one, again, at home, when I'm doing some math problems or I enter some numbers, this is really helpful. It does have a much higher, the angle of my wrist is a little bit better. I can rest it on here. Let me see. And this one too, I just have to push back a little bit. But there is a difference, a bit. And you're just going to have to get used to it. Let's see, is there anything else that I'm missing? I think that's about it. Okay, one more time. Let me see. Yeah, when I first started looking at these keyboards, I thought they were going to be more clacky. But it isn't. And people did say there is like It's not as clicky clacky, and they're right. And I think what this means, I think there's a, I don't know, when you hear it live, it's just, I think it just sounds, doesn't help when the dog's barking, or it doesn't help when I'm talking too, right? At least I can get that backspace. And the shift too. I can get the shift and the backspace very nicely. I remember the V1, I had to change the setting on, like if I was tapping, tapping a little too fast, and it was just not giving me the right cadence. I wonder if I'm going to have to do this to this one too. I'm going to have to test it out. But I think I'm going to have to think about, do I want another keyboard in the office? But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please tell your friends. You have any comments, please put them in below the video, the comment section. Thank you for everybody supporting this channel. I hope you have a great semester, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.